Hi, this is James. I have an EP coming out April 18th, Old Conversations, and this is video 3 in a series I'm making before the EP, where I'm basically just discussing things I find interesting relating to art and music. And for this, I want to talk about artist potential. Now, what I mean by that is potential for being mainstream and potential to make something great. For potential for mainstream, because I think that's what most people say when they say potential. It's about an artist that does something memorable, catchy, dresses in a way that's interesting, just in general has a brand that you can get behind. And where you see this the most is like people will like tweet it or put in a comment below it like they're next up. And even like Apple Music used to do like next up, which I'll talk about more of that in a second, but and Spotify will also put them on playlists. And it's really just for people to put a little marker of like, I supported them before they were big. It's not fully like pretentious or gatekeepy, but it's just like a way of trying to be like, look, I was here. And although I think there is an intention sometimes of like, I'm trying to support this artist as they're coming up, I don't know how much it helps people or helps an artist to tell them they have the potential to be mainstream, because every artist has that potential. I don't want to undermine that any artist by saying this one is next up. And who's to say that they aren't already there? Like for Apple Music's next up, they did Sofego, and it got like joked about a lot because Sofego's been next up his whole career. He had a lot of success at a young age, and people immediately were like, oh, well, he's next up. He's next up. And then he gets this accolade of being Apple Music next up when he's already had success. Like, I believe he was already a XXL freshman like the previous year or that year. Like, it feels very strange to call someone like that next up, and for him to have his career, like, and speaking now, April 4th, 2025, it's not as big as it once was. Just it's not. And this whole next up thing really felt like the beginning of the end of his career. Like, not that his career is over by any means, but it's just like it's not as big as it once was because he had this label nonstop of he's gonna get better, he's gonna get bigger, and when he didn't, it was disappointing. His music isn't that bad. Like he had a good album that year. I remember when he was next up, and it was ignored and overshadowed just by the fact that everyone was like, well, it's not breaking him out. Like he doesn't have a major hit from it. And the other thing is just like people usually, when they get those opportunities, already have a lot of backing behind them. And that's why I hate like the industry plant discussion, because someone will be next up because they've put in so many years of effort. And when people are like, oh, well, they're about to be successful, it's like they already are successful. So like with Doechii has, without a doubt, the best commercial year so far of her career. I remember when she was first signed to TDE, and I remember being like, oh, she has potential. But I didn't like tweet it or feel the need to comment it. And I'm only mentioning this now because it's relevant. I don't try to use that info as like, oh, I was a fan before everyone else was. But she had potential at TDE. That's what I mean when I say that. When she signed to that label, that was her potential to have success from there. She had potential before I was unaware of it. I was late in a lot of ways because I started supporting at TDE. And when people talk about, oh, well, she's gonna be so big, blah blah blah, it's like, how can she get bigger? Like, she won the Grammy. She has a major like TikTok song that had been leaked before, but now it's like bigger than ever before. It's charting even. Like, I don't know what people mean now when they say next up, because there's so few artists in the monoculture. Like, is she supposed to reach Taylor Swift level? Like, what more can she do? And that's just potential for being mainstream. I think another thing is potential to be great. And the artist I want to use for this is 2 Hollis. And To Hollis, the reason why I want to use this is because he will have songs that I love and think are amazing, and I'm like, he is next up, you know. Like I'll hear it and I'll be like, this is a hit. This could get played on radio. This is going to be appreciated by people who like rap, who like pop, alternative, indie, electronic dance, like so many different things. People can appreciate this, and yet he just released an album last night. I listened to it last night. I liked it. I thought there were multiple good songs. I thought it was a little more conceptual, which surprised me. I mean, I didn't mind it. It just felt a little absurd given his type of music he makes. Like it felt a little self-aggrandizing at times, but I still enjoyed it, and I'll probably enjoy it more later. But he hasn't made something that truly was great in the sense of a full body of work. And I don't think he even has to. But he has the potential to do something truly amazing and based on his work. So when I say he has the potential to make something great, obviously anyone has the potential to make something great, but he could do something that would be like critically beloved as well as beloved by his fans, and even like introduce a lot of new people to a type of sound that's coming out. And he just hasn't done it yet. And that's okay. He's so young, and like now people get called washed really quick, and I don't think that To Hollis is close to that point yet, and I don't think people are even calling him that or implying he's that, but it's just something that's like really like it kind of it undershadows like a lot of his work. It undermines like a lot of his music, because I always have this thought when I'm listening, like, this could be amazing. And I don't mean that as like a criticism of him. I just mean that in the sense of like, it's almost inspiring. The ultimate example of this in my mind right now is BLP Kosher. His only problem was the way he got successful. And that's the only thing that's limiting his potential. He's a good rapper. He's not like amazing, but he's good. He's catchy. He even likes singing. He has a distinct culture he's a part of in Florida and with skate culture. He's very willing to do features. He'll work with anyone. And because of that, I think he has the potential to be a lot bigger. However, the way he got successful is limiting him. That's the only thing that takes away from his potential. He got famous because of the way he looks, the way he dresses, and like it was a contrast. It made people be like, "Oh, this is funny." He's self-aware about being Jewish, and like uses that and like comedic lines in his songs and stuff like that. And it kind of made people categorize him as a joke rapper, like putting him similarly like to a Lil Dicky type figure, where it's like, oh, maybe they have rapping ability, but they're mainly just trying to be funny. Where it's like BLP Kosher, yeah, like he'll write a comedic line similarly to the way like Lil Wayne writes a comedic line. I don't think Lil Wayne's a comedy rapper, but he'll write a funny line. I think his main limit is that. And the other person that's like that I think is suffering even more from that because he got more extreme was Four Bats. People forget Four Bats. His first video, it got successful on TikTok because it was like, oh, you wouldn't expect this, this delicate voice to come from this guy in this area, in this background, this setting, dressed with a shiesty on and all that. So because of that, it felt like a gimmick. And when he got successful, Drake does a song with him and all of that. It felt very fleeting because it was like, this feels like a trend. This feels like one bit that's just gone on for a long time. And he could have another hit very easily soon. But I just don't see that for him because of the way people view him. And I don't want to end this on like that negative of a note where it's like being kind of pessimistic about what people have the potential to make, potential to succeed with. But, you can't count anyone out. And who knows, maybe BLP Kosher ends up, going number one and he collabs with, like another pop star. I guess he's already done the Camila Cabello song, but yeah, like I don't think anyone should count anyone out. But it's something that's just kind of interesting, like the limitations of putting a certain potential on someone. It's almost like talking about them like they're a player on a team, which is just such a strange way to talk about an artist. Like if someone says like, oh, Jalen Green has all-star potential, but then at the same time, you can talk about an artist like, oh, they have the potential to go number one. It's such a strange way of viewing it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, subscribe, leave a comment on anything, whatever you want to say down there. And yeah, April 18th, my EP is coming out, Old Conversations, James Coe. Check it out when it comes out.